Finally, it's just worth noting why we're doing all this. That is, the main reasons for reconstructing arguments in this way, putting them in standard form, numbering premises and conclusions. Well, the main reasons are, it makes it clearer to understand what the arguments are, what the assumptions are, and what the point is, what the conclusion is. And if it makes it clearer, it's also going to make it easier to understand. It makes the assumptions behind the argument, or on which the arguments stand, very explicit. That is, you're not going to get into a screaming contest with somebody about what the assumptions are, which very often happens in life. In addition to which, it makes the connection between the arguer's ideas very clear. The logic is explicit when you put the argument in standard form. And this has some good results. I mean, one thing is, when we have a deeper understanding of the argument, it makes it easier to decide if the argument is a good argument or if it is not a good argument. And if it's not, gives you the opportunity to see, is there a better way of framing the person's position? Now, it's nice talking about all this stuff. And now you have the ideas underlying it, how you go about doing it. But, with regard to this, there's only one way to reconstruct arguments, to learn how to reconstruct arguments, and that is to do it. So from here, I want to turn over to you a few exercises that you're now going to do. In particular, I want you to turn to the two arguments that we considered in the first trolley example. That is, the argument in favor of turning the trolley and the argument against turning the trolley. Remembering, these are moral arguments. And what I want you to do is do the work. Sit down, following the steps that we just talked about, and I'd like you to formulate, to reconstruct versions of those arguments.